On March 28, 2022, Thorhan Eredion passed on a message, which message I broadcasted in a contact episode video and as well passed on to Michael Salah. In this March 28, 2022 message, Thorhan was saying, quote, "The ships are coming. The Guardians are on the outer orbit of Terra. 4 ships for the moment. They are watching in time dilation, suspended in time like the old Oumuamua. It was one of their ships. It has activated. The ones in the ice belt have activated too, and all the others, one by one, on all the planets. Neptune is next. You will see, you will hear about Neptune soon. But don't forget to tell them they are lucky and privileged to see this." This was on March 28, 2022. Yesterday, on April 11, 2022, articles have sprouted in newspapers and internet about some peculiar observation and changes on Neptune, and it went viral on the net. For instance, I have in front of my eyes article from physics.org. Astronomers capture surprising changes in Neptune's temperature. The article says an international team of astronomers have used ground-based telescopes, including the European Southern Observatory, very large telescope, to track Neptune's atmospheric temperatures over a 17 years period. They found a surprising drop in Neptune global temperature, followed by a dramatic warming at its south pole. This change was unexpected, says Michael Roman, a postdoctoral research associate at the University of Leicester, UK. So these temperature changes, I find another article in Forbes titled "What's Happening on Neptune?" from yesterday, April 11, 22. What's happening to Neptune? Massive telescopes see something weird going on with the 8th planet. And this speaks about a brutal rise of temperature at the south pole of Neptune. So here again, something unexpected is happening on Neptune and astronomers aren't sure why. Using a fleet of ground-based telescopes, including the massive Very Large Telescope in Chile, an international team of astronomers have seen some dramatic temperature changes on the 8th planet from the sun. And now we have a follow-up by NASA. Will NASA next flagship mission be to the ice giant Neptune and its mad moon Triton? And I invite you to check out these articles in the description of this video below. Read them for yourself. So here we go. Thorhan announced changes on Neptune, that we will hear about Neptune soon. He said that on March 28. April 11, we are hearing amazing news about Neptune. And maybe NASA would think about exploring Neptune. Really? Of course they will. Of course, because there's an arc on Neptune activating and warming up the planet in the south pole of Neptune, same as it is happening in the south pole of Earth in Antarctica, where the arc has been warming up under Lake Vostok. So this is a wonderful confirmation. What's happening with the warming up of the arcs? I may just do a resume of what it is about if you haven't followed everything. October 21, 2021, yes, in October 2021, a fleet of the Intergalactic Confederation, the Seeders or the Founders, or they call also the Guardians, the DO, arrived in our star system via a portal next to Jupiter, behind it actually, that we cannot see it from Earth. That's a misfortune. They are stationed now, this big fleet, huge, between Ganymede and Jupiter. They have brought recently 4 ships in the outer orbit of Earth. And they are here to take part to the great victory of humanity and make contact. When they arrived in our star systems, their energy, the frequency of their ships resonated with all the ancient ships they had left throughout our star systems, what we call arcs. And these arcs have suddenly activated. There's been missions to the moon, to Mars, to Venus, to Antarctica, to Ukraine, to the Atlantic Ocean, Bermuda Triangle, all these places. Please follow Dr. Michael Salah's articles and videos on exopolitik.org and the YouTube channel, where you can find all the details of all the intel Michael got by JP, his long-term contact in the US Army, who was sent to some of these arcs. Because JP, as a few of us, we are activators. We have the 22 strands of DNA and we are able to activate these arcs. And JP is very special. Just check it out, Michael Salah's channel. These arcs have activated. Most of the governments knew about them, but they never knew how to activate them because you couldn't. It's only activated by the people from the Intergalactic Confederation coming into our star system. As they activate, they are warming up. And they are warming up everything around them. And you see tremendous changes in temperature everywhere they are, okay? The land above them has always been sterile because of the radiations of the, it's not harmful, but you know, the radiations of these ships, huge spaceships. So you have, there's a place in Brazil where there's such arc buried. You have a barren piece of land above it, exactly as the Oleshki Sands in Ukraine. All the liberation of Ukraine from the deep state and all their assets also included securing this arc under the Oleshki Sands. Well, under Lake Vostok as well, the arc is warming up. If you have followed a bit of the intel, so Jean-Claude Moyen, the French-Canadian SSP, went under Lake Vostok to report about these arcs with giants in stasis. Keep tuned, we are going to make a video about this with Jean-Charles and Michael Salah, so keep tuned on Michael's channel. I've been a few times under the Sphinx in the Hall of Records. Hall of Records are not arcs. Arcs are ships, but the Hall of Records can be considered sometimes as arcs, although they're not ships, because they are containing all the database of the life forms from the people who came with these arcs. You know, these arcs are here because our history on Earth, our true history, has been a succession of colonization and visits from visitors from other galaxies, from this galaxy, and they came, many of them were refugees from some wars, either the Lyran Wars or either also the Martian Wars. They came with arcs, bringing with them all the database of all the DNA of all their plants and animals. Noah's Ark or Utnapishtim Ark were not actually with probably proper animals on it, but DNA samples. You may think about that. These are contain the database of these people, their planet, their world, and it's all in holographic technology. And it's there. And, you know, when the arcs landed, they build their colonies around. So everywhere you have arcs, you have huge extent of complex cities, underground cities, now underground, and all of this temples and generators and devices. I mean, this is one of the reasons why also Baghdad was ransacked by the deep state to get this technology, because there was an arc there, and all the arcs are linked to each other via portals. Blue spheres, it's not stargates, it's that jump doors from one arch to the other, and they're all linking together. And all the whole of records, the storerooms, are also linked together and activating as well. Well, all of this to tell you today the good news that science confirmed what Thorhan had announced 28th of March 2022, that Neptune, we will hear about Neptune. We just did. So these are exciting times, and I look forward to share with you more intel from my contacts in the Galactic Federation of Worlds.